Welcome to the first episode of GSW Cribs. This week we'll be featuring the 10th president of GSW. That's right, the one, the only, Dr. Kendall A. Blanchard. Follow him as he gives us a tour of the Wheatley Building. In here you'll see the Rotunda, the Wall of Honor, the Presidential Suite, as well as his fat ride. We'll also get up close and personal as Ellis Washington III conducts an exclusive interview. So get ready for GSW and President Blanchard to bring prestige and class to your crib.
If you want, we can go inside and I can sort of show you around and let you see what else has been renovated and let you see who else shares that building with me. This gentleman here, Mr. Charles Wheatley, who donated a lot of money to the institution. He was actually a big friend of the University of Georgia. He's given the University of Georgia a lot of money, but late in his life, he decided to leave a significant amount of money to Georgia Southwestern, and as a result, we have a very healthy endowment. That money was well invested, and as you know today, Georgia Southwestern has an endowment of almost $30 million. Much of that money that was originally given to the institution by Wheatley, so it's only natural that we would name this most important building on campus for the man who's given us the greatest amount of money of any of our donors, even though we've got a lot of other donors who have done us well. This area here is the Rotunda. Christmas time, we'll have a big Christmas tree here that will pretty much fill this space. We still are putting up pictures. There are still other pictures to go up here. If you'll notice on the other side, we have back over here 2 large glass cases. These glass cases, this is going to be one where we will feature what we call the Public Servant Award winner. Each year we're going to choose someone to receive this award. We'll have a picture, we'll have a write-up about them, a lot of their materials here on display for about a year. Over here on the other side, we're going to have what we call the Featured Scholar Award. This is a faculty member who is chosen from among all the faculty because of their publications, their research, their presentations, the sorts of things that people do as scholars. Again, their picture, there'll be a write-up about them, there'll be examples of their work. This will also be on display throughout the year. Back behind me here, you can see the University Wall of Honor. We were talking earlier about the folks who have donated a lot of money to the institution. That first category there, the founders, people who give us $250,000 or more. Some of these people have given us well over $1 million. But the others, different categories there. Again, what this is saying is that it is really critical that people donate to and support the university with their dollars. Without the foundation, without the money that people give us through the foundation, it would be impossible for us to do a lot of the things that we would like to do that are important to the university, particularly scholarships. Scholarships really depend in many ways on money from donors, and folks here in the area, our alums and others have been particularly generous, and we're certainly grateful for that.
This is Ellis Washington III, the president of the Student Government Association here at Georgia Southwestern State University, here with Hurricane Watch television program on special assignment. For today, we have the opportunity and privilege to interview the 10th president of Georgia Southwestern State University, Dr. Kendall Blanchard. For today, we're here to ask him several questions, get some feedback, and see how he's enjoying his life here as the president of this great institution. Dr. Blanchard, first of all, thank you for this interview on today, and I know that you are excited about this upcoming week, for this week is Inauguration Week. For we all know that Friday, November the 2nd is the big day, which will be the inauguration of yourself as the president of this great institution. I know that you have served as president since the month of July 1st, but we all know that you started in this position as interim president back in January. And at this time, if you will, we would like to hear a few comments or words about, first of all, how did you become the interim president and what led you to become the president of this institution?
Well, it's interesting. Yeah, when I first came here, I was obviously, as you say, an interim. I saw somebody the other day that I hadn't seen for several months since the formal permanent appointment. And the guy said, "Well, I understand you're important now." He said, "Well, before that, you were only acting important." So it is kind of nice to be important, and I appreciate all the support from you and the students and the others who helped to make this possible. But the interim appointment actually was the result of a phone call from then acting Vice Chancellor, Dr. Behrouz Sethna, who was the president at West Georgia. He'd been serving as interim Vice Chancellor. I'd known Behrouz for years. He and I were at Lamar University together. He was the Dean of the School of Business, and I was the Dean of Arts and Sciences. So we worked together quite a bit and became good friends there. We stayed in touch over the years, but when this opportunity came up, he was looking for somebody to fill in for Dr. Haynes, who had resigned rather quickly and announced that he was leaving. And so Behrouz called me and said, "Would you be interested?" And I said, "Well, sure, let me talk to my wife." And so at the time, she was teaching at the University of Kansas. I was still out in Durango at Fort Lewis. I was actually in the School of Business, actually a professor of management and anthropology. But kind of all worked out. And we came down and checked the place out in November and moved down here the last of December. Started work officially on January the 2nd. I've been here ever since and have loved it. The second part of the renovation will be the backside of the building. Now, we have funding for part of this, but the actual work here will probably not begin until we get all of the money, which may be as much as a year from now. But we hope next summer to begin work on this. If you can tell, this is a beautiful old facility. What I want to see in here is a kind of a ballroom. We'll redo the floor, we'll redo the walls. You'll have a platform up there, and new restrooms over in that corner and behind. A great place for a banquet, great place for a dance or a ball, other special occasions. So this is going to be kind of an all-purpose gathering place, and we're excited about it. There's a room on the back that will be kind of a support area. We're going to have a kitchen-like arrangement back there so that food can be prepared and kept here in case we have a large banquet or a large gathering in this facility. So, great place, and as I'm excited about seeing this completed. It's going to be a real showcase for the university. If you want to go back, we'll go back the other way now, and I'll show you a little bit more of the facility. We go back through here. This is another little kitchen area that all of us kind of share, but this is probably be converted to something else when we get the kitchen area back in the back side of this building. But for now, this is our kitchen. All this section over here is our admissions area. This is the area that houses the people who recruit students, who market, advertise the university. This is where parents or prospective students come when they visit campus.